and welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas. It is the 9th of December, it's a Saturday, and although it is nearly 10:30 in the morning, I'm having to record with the overhead light on because it's such a dull, dark day. Knitting. Well, last night I finished the colourwork section on my Boreal cardigan. I thought, great, and then on to the rest of the stockinette on the sleeve. Past the first, well, I like colourwork when I start a project, but by the time I'm getting close to the end, I've had enough and I just want to move on to the next project. So I was laid in bed this morning at about 6 o'clock this morning, and I was thinking, oh, I might do the rib on the collar next, now that I know I have plenty of white yarn, and get that out the way, and then I basically just have stockinette. And it suddenly dawned on me that I hadn't swapped my needle tips back from the 5mm ones I'd used for the cuff before I picked up the stitches for the body. The body is knit on 6mm needles, and that's a big difference. And I swore out loud to nobody in the room. So I had to immediately jump out of bed and double check, and I had forgotten to swap the needle tips. And it is a big difference in size. This sleeve is the one I did last night, and behind it, if I line them up, is the first sleeve that I did, and there is nearly an inch difference in width, which is nearly 2 inches difference in diameter. Maybe a little bit less than that, but it's not far off. And that means I'm going to have to rip out all the colourwork and re-knit it again. So I wasn't best pleased, because I thought all of the boring bit other than the rib was done, and I would be almost finished this, and that took me about 3 hours last night. But so I'm going to frog this out and rip it out and re-pick up the stitches and change my needle tips. Often I will knit rib with a long cable and do magic loop, but yesterday I thought, oh, it's only a short piece. On a short cable I find it uncomfortable on my hands. I thought, it's only a little bit, you know, that won't matter. I'll just leave it on the cable that's on rather than swap them to a long cable. But if I'd done that, I wouldn't have made this mistake, because I wouldn't have used the long cable for the body. So that wasn't a great start to the morning. But it's fine, it's fine. I'm going to rip this out and start again now. I have yesterday's Vlogmas uploading currently beside me. That's got another couple of hours to run, because internet in rural areas. And yeah, I just want this finished now. So I'm going to rip that out now and finish my cup of coffee and see where we go from there. We might put up the Christmas tree today. I need to move some things first. I have some big plants stood on the floor in the corner where we are going to be putting the tree. So I need to find a home for those. One of them I put on the windowsill beside me last year, but it is like double the size and width. It's quite a frond, large frond type leafy plant. So I think that will end up in the craft room, or maybe in the den. Might be fitted in the den. So yes, potentially Christmas tree on this very dull and gloomy day.